Assalamu alaikum and welcome to lecture on dictionaries. We'll continue with the previous lecture of data structures. In this lecture, you will learn how to create a dictionary in Python, how to access values using keys, and add new key value pairs. Today, we will study the dictionary. You understand dictionary stores data in the form of key value pairs. So think of a real life dictionary. We have word, then we have its meaning. So word should be a key and meaning is the value. Similarly, in Python, we have, for example, student name, and the value will be marks or the product name and price, employee ID and salary, or the phone, contact and number. So let's start the coding. So let me quickly do it. So let's write a dictionary, say dict 1. So this is equal to you. From previous lecture, we use the curly brackets. So for example, we have the name. These are the examples, and we will discuss about the generalized key value. So you understand data structure, because dictionary is also data structure, so it can have different data types. So let's the Ali and the marks are, for example, 90. Then we have another name, for example, Sarah, and it has marks, for example, 80. Then we have another entry, for example, John, and he has marks, for example, 85. So this is how you create a dictionary. If I run it, you understand I'm using Colab. So you just click the run button and you get the result. So it might take a while. So to print the dictionary, I just write dict 1 and I just use the enter, and you see the values are displayed. You can also use the built-in function. For example, I give it the name dict2, and this is equal to dict is the built-in function. So we use parentheses, and let me copy paste from here. So the built-in function uses slightly different way. Instead of colons, quotes, for colon, we use the equal sign, and then it doesn't use quotes. So I straight away remove these and write the equation. And then for John, again, no quotes. So I remove the quotes, and the colon is replaced by the equal sign. So if I run it, there is a, okay, because I just forgot to remove the Sarah. Okay, so, and if I want to see it, I'll just write print, and I write dict 2. So print and dict 2, and you see the same is displayed here. Okay, so you see this is quite similar. Okay, so if you compare, if you just write the curly brackets, then you have, for the characters, you need to write quote on them, and you have the colon sign. Whereas if you use the built-in function, you can write, but instead of quotes, then you don't use quotes, and also you don't use colon. Instead of colons, you use the equation sign. So hopefully you understand this one. So let me just quickly copy paste another heterogeneous data type. So let me do it quickly. I'll just paste it here. And let me run this one. So now to access the well, let me first describe this one. For example, this is a new dictionary I've just made using the curly brackets. So you see the key is this number and column is again a number. Similarly, the second entry is name and the name is the key and the column, after column I use the value, which is this one. So this is example where we have the heterogeneous data. So hopefully you understand that key value pairs can be any data type. Okay, so like here, both are the ints, this one string, this one complex. Again, we have int and the strings. So this is the first part, how we create the dictionary. So hopefully you understand we create it either using the curly brackets or we can use the built-in function and write the dict. Okay, now how to access, okay, the second part is how to access values. Okay, let me write how to access values. I will share this code with you on the GitHub. So let's access the value. So for example, I say Sarah's marks equal to dictionary name, for example, dict2, okay, dict2, and then in the square bracket, I write the key. So the key is Sarah, so I write SARA. So let's run it. And then if I want to print the marks of the Sarah, then I just write uh, print and then this one. So you see her marks are displayed as 80. So you understand the general expression is, let me also write the general syntax, or maybe I quickly do it. So that is general syntax for accessing the value. So you write the dictionary name followed by the key. So if key is string, then you write it in the string. Similarly, if the key is, for example, complex number, I want to, okay, complex number is equal to, for example, dictionary one. So I write the name. Hopefully you understand, right? You see this one, this is the general syntax. So I write this one, then in the parentheses, I'll write, for example, uh, complex. Okay, so let's run it. So it is run. Okay, now if I want to print, so see, Control V, and then I write the complex number. Okay. So it will print the complex number, you see. So Sarah marks 80. So hopefully you understand, but let me take one more example. Say we want the first one. Okay, so for the first one is, for example, code, and I just write this is equal to dictionary one, and then in square bracket, I'll write 101. So you understand this is int, so I just write this one. So let's run it. And then I say, for example, Control C, Control V, and then I say code N. So hopefully you understand that dictionary, like in the previous lecture on data structures we discussed, is a data structure and it can have heterogeneous data types. So to make it more clear, I have shown you example here. So you can see that this dictionary contains a heterogeneous data type. So to access name, okay, you need to write it in the quotes, okay. But if it is a number, then you can straight away write it like this. So hopefully you understand that how it is done. Then the next topic we are going to cover today is uh, adding add new key value pair. So how to add. So again, the general syntax is very simple for this one. Let me write it. So this is the general syntax, dictionary name, and key and value. Okay, so if you write like this, it will add a new element to it. So for example, let's add a new element to this dictionary one. So how I'll do it, I'll write just this one, then I use the square bracket. So for example, I want to add say uh, marks, okay, and then I equate it to, for example, 90. Okay, so let's run it. Now, after running this one, now if I print the dictionary, okay, so print, okay, so let's run it. So you see the new key value pair has been successfully added to it. So hopefully this gives you idea of how to add a new key value pairs. And let's redo all of these things again. So you define the dictionary by using the curly brackets, or you can also use the built-in function. The difference is that in case of just using curly brackets, you can create a new dictionary here. For the characters, you will write them in the colon, and the numbers, they are written straight away, okay. But in case of the using built-in function, then you write without quotes the strings, and instead of colon, you write the equal sign. Okay. The another important thing about the dictionaries is that it can have heterogeneous data types. So you can see, to give that example I have written here, you see both key and the value, they are int. Again, the second entry, you see that name and the name is a key and value is a string. So similarly, any data type can be there. So you understand that key value pairs can be of any data type. Okay, and to access values, you write the dictionary name, and in square bracket you write the key. So you understand key can be a string. So if it is a string, then you write the quotes, and if it is a simple number, then you write it directly. Okay, so like 101 is a key, but it's not a string, so you write it directly. Okay, so uh, that's all about the how to access values. And to add values, it's again very simple. You write the dictionary name followed by the square brackets, and then you write the dictionary. Okay, so the value. Okay, so let's do one more example. For example, I write dictionary one, and then I want to add, instead of a string, I just say some course code. Say it's 1001 2, and somebody got, say, 70% marks. So if I run it, you can see. So hopefully you understand this, the general syntax for how to add key value pairs. If key is a string, then you need to write it in the quotes. If it's not string, then you can straight away write it. Now, if I print the dictionary, so like in the previous example, okay. Now, if I print this one, so you see the key is numbers, in ints, and the value is also int. So hopefully that gives you better idea what dictionaries are. So simply they are key value pairs. So that's all from my side. I'll give you just small homework. So in today's lecture, we learned about Python dictionary, one of the most useful data structures in the Python. Especially we discussed creating dictionary using key value pairs, accessing values using the keys, and adding key value pairs. So as a homework, this is homework. I'll post it on the GitHub. So uh, you access there and play with it so that you get the clear ideas, right? So the question is, create a dictionary containing the marks of the following students. Say Ali has this mark, Sarah, Ahmad, Usman, etc. Okay, and do these operations. Similarly, the second problem is you create a dictionary containing Ali, his phone number, Sarah, Ahmad phone number, and so on. Okay, similarly, the third one is about the product and prices. So you make this one. Hopefully, you will. This will be very clear to you. And you can also ask questions if you have confusion or anything related you want to discuss. You can discuss this. This is the fourth one is about the sensor data. So maybe if you have any problem with these homeworks, I can post the solution there as well. So that's all. This is my channel, and I'll post it on the this my GitHub. So that's all from my side today. See you in the next lecture. So goodbye until then.